Electronic equipment has become a mainstay of our American way of life. In one way or another, it's an integral part of everything we do and own.
TVs and other electronic goods in our homes, GPSs in our cars, cell phones and MP3 players in our ears, Blackberries and video games in our hands, and computers in our laps and on our desks.
In the United States alone, it is forecast that by the year 2017, we will see a growth in e-waste from the current 3 million tons to over 10 million tons per year. This makes e-waste a long-term problem and the fastest-growing waste stream in the industry.
Unfortunately, for each new product that comes along, one or more becomes outdated or obsolete.
In November 2008, a story by 60 Minutes documented the illegal shipments of electronic waste from recyclers in the U.S.
60 Minutes exposed the secret behind millions of tons of American discarded e-waste that was being dumped on some of the poorest countries around the world.
Since then, we have new federal legislation passed that stops U.S. so-called recyclers from dumping electronic waste on developing countries,
as well as a creation of an interagency task force to prepare a national strategy for responsible electronic stewardship.
Over 24 states have now adopted e-waste laws, and more laws are being developed at both the state and federal level.
For example, this past summer, residents of North and South Carolina discovered they can no longer toss their old laptops, flat-screen TVs, or a host of other unwanted electronics out with the trash. The Carolinas joined 25 states that have passed similar e-waste recycling legislation.
Through these recent changes, a new era in electronic waste disposal has emerged, clearing the way for high-volume, high-recovery e-waste processing technology.
At Garb Oil Power, we have the technology and experience to process electronic waste, including TVs, cell phones, computers, hi-fi DVD sound systems, and other household appliances into profitable commodities like copper, steel, plastic, aluminum, and tin.
But these commodities are not the only lucrative extracts from electronic waste. Electronics contain gold, silver, and rare earth minerals that are in finite supply, as well as different types of plastics.
Did you know that a ton of ore from a gold mine produces just 0.2 ounces of gold on an average, whereas a ton of discarded mobile phones can yield 5 ounces or more?
The same volume of discarded mobile phones also contains around 220 pounds of copper and 6 pounds of silver, among other metals.
Garb Oil Power stands at the threshold of revolutionizing the way the world deals with a very serious problem with a highly profitable solution.
Since our first plant in 2003, Garb Oil Power has sold over 20 plants in various sizes in the waste and refining industry, including e-waste.
Our technology is proven, working, and operational.
Garb's unique technology allows for the input material to be separated in a manner that allows for a higher quality and quantity of the recovered commodities.
We take the vast and increasing amount of electronic waste, recover the valuable commodities, and sell the raw material on the world markets where demand and price are in steady growth.
This makes Garb e-waste plants real cash machines.
Our approach is revolutionary.
Garb's technology can, at full capacity, process 60 million pounds per year of electronic equipment, recovering approximately 900 tons of copper and 2,200 tons of aluminum per year,
including economic quantities of gold, silver, plastic, and other metals.
Garb Oil Power is dedicated to build and manage our own plants, using our own technology to maximize revenue through the sale of processed electronic waste.
Our vision is to build 50 e-waste plants in the United States.
Each plant will generate revenues of $11 million in just the first year of operation.
Each plant will average 18% return on net profit of $3.2 million.
And at the end of our first 5 years, Garb estimates sales of $575 million and a net profit of $160 million from our 50 fully operating e-waste plants.
The possibilities for Garb's future are endless. We are now in an enviable position
as the world demands an answer for the electronic waste problem.
In summary, one can clearly grasp and understand the e-waste problem is of major concern. It is growing exponentially and is not about to stop.
With the dangers to humans and the environment, federal and state legislatures are taking action by banning e-waste from landfills, along with a total ban of exporting the waste outside of the USA. The mining industry is ushering into a new era where demand will continue to be stoked by emerging markets whose needs for base and precious metals show no sign of letting up, driving world metal prices sky high.
Garb Oil Power now sits on the world stage with technology that is not only proven, but profitable and a viable solution to the e-waste problem.
We have the technology,
the experience,
and the strategic plan in place to move forward
and become a leader in the recycling and e-waste processing industry.
And more importantly, make it highly profitable for every investor in Garb Oil Power.